Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Tayler Yarish show. I am fucking sick as a dog right now. Not COVID. Took a test, took an at-home test, and I'm choosing to believe it because it's convenient for me. Also, I don't think it was. I went out drinking. And every single time I drink, I wake up the next morning and I feel sick. That is always what happened. I don't know what it is. I was trying to figure it out. Like, when you drink, does your immune system like crash and then you're susceptible to getting sick? Or is it just literally the alcohol, which is poison, is what makes you sick? Like, that is the sickness. I don't know, but usually I climb over the hump after a few hours of being awake, but we're going on a little over a day now. Went out Friday for a friend's birthday and had a lot of whiskey. Yeah, the drinks were flowing. Had some very expensive Pappy Van Winkle. I didn't buy it, but someone did, and we enjoyed it, you know. And that's what you do when somebody hands you a glass and tells you to drink it. You know, you'd be dumb to not do it. And I did that too many times, and so here we are. So I apologize. Apologize if I sound I sound like shit. I have a little mute button here. I'm going to try to hit it when I go to sniffle so it doesn't just be fucking annoying as hell. But not feeling great. I am the worst sick person, you know? Like, I just get aggravated. I mean, mainly at myself because it's no one's fault but my own. But I've managed to not be fucking sick for like the last 2 years. I really haven't been sick at all. I've never had COVID. So it's actually a little bit annoying that the first time I'm sick is not fucking COVID, so I can't even say that, oh, I have the antibodies now. I don't. I just regular old cold. See? It still exists. The fucking regular ass cold still out there, you know. Just kept its head down this whole pandemic, was like, just keep doing its thing, you know? Fuck, there I go again. Anyway, what's going on? How is everyone? How's your week going? I hope you're not sick. Is anyone watching the Olympics pretending that, China isn't keeping people in a basement right now? Is anyone... I haven't been watching, but I actually forgot that it was going on right now. And yeah, I wonder how that's going over there. I mean, bravo to I guess if you're an athlete, you're going to go to China. You know, if you've worked your whole life to go to the Olympics and, you know, try to win a gold medal, even though you don't get paid or anything, like, it's actually the biggest fucking ripoff, if you ask me. You know, you go over there, you compete on a national stage, and they don't give you a jack shit except a shiny medal that, you know, like, I feel like you should be paid for it. No, but it's interesting. Everyone who goes over there, they're just like, yeah, it's gonna be a good game, as long as all the athletes just don't say anything. Like, literally every coach is just telling their athletes, like, hey, just compete. If you win, don't get up there and start saying some shit, you know? Because we don't know what's going to happen. Literally, like, Nancy Pelosi's saying, like, hey, just go over there and don't say anything because you don't want to anger the Chinese government, because who knows if you'll fucking make it back, you know? And if that isn't just the stark difference between our two, like, you know, some people say, like, over here that, oh, you know, our government is fucking, like, no, that is a clear difference. where you go over there, if you win something, there's literally people like in internment camps right now, and you're like, I'm just here to ski. you know yeah, it's crazy. All the newspapers over there are like, our president is, his leadership is paving the way for an excellent Olympic Games and blah blah blah. Meanwhile, the fucking newspaper is just owned by the government anyway. I mean, it's fucking crazy. I feel like the last time that the Olympics were in China, China wasn't as China as they are now. You know what I mean? Like they've ramped up their game on disappearing people. If making people disappear was an Olympic sport, China would be crushing it right now. They wouldn't even be. Who would out? I mean, it would be them and Russia on the podium. You know what I mean? I don't know where the United States would be on making people disappear. I think we've done it. I definitely think we've done it, but I don't know. I don't know if we're good enough to place. You know what I mean? I don't know if we're good enough to be on the national stage if making people disappear was an Olympic sport. But China would be, it would just be gold every year. You'd almost not even want to enter the game because it seems rigged. It's like, of course China's going to win. It's like when America goes over and plays, basketball. It's like, who do you think is going to get gold? Of course we're going to get gold. We're the best at that. And that's what China is the best at, making people disappear, and then having people say nothing about it because we want iPhones, But what can you do? I might watch some stuff. I've always been into snowboarding. I like Shaun White. Hey, China, if you're listening, don't make Shaun White disappear because I like him and he's a good snowboarder and I enjoy it. Yeah, I wonder if anybody's gonna have the balls to say, and it like there's gonna be, because if you say something, right, it comes with the huge risk that there's gonna be some sort of retaliation while you're there. But on the flip side, the clout that you could get from being like brave might be worth it. In this day and age, it might be worth it to like have a viral moment. You're risking your life to have a viral fucking moment. You know what I mean? It's kind of like in the midst of a tragedy, that's the thought process. Like you see that with, like when there's like a school shooting or something like that, the kids are like literally going on TikTok and, while they're in the closet hiding or something and being like, okay, so right now, blah, 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 blah. It's like, dude, you're in the middle of a school shooting and you're going live on TikTok. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what that is. I mean, from my view, it's like, yeah, this will definitely go viral, which is fucking sick if that's the thought process. But I got to imagine that one athlete at least over there is just like, I could be the dude or I could be the lady to really blow this story open, that China has some human rights violations. They'll probably do it like as they're getting on the plane, just shout it into a megaphone, be like, I disagree with what you're doing to the Uyghurs. It's going to happen before these games are open, but it's going to be, I guarantee it's not going to be from anybody that wins gold. It's going to be from somebody who, didn't even place. They came in like 23rd and they're like, you know what? I feel like someone has to stand up, and that's going to be what raises them to the national stage. Because at the end of the day, we're all looking for clout. I got to sneeze. Hold on. Jesus. Oh, had to pause or had to mute for that one. That would have been rough. God, fucking hate being sick. God damn it. But what can you do? We must press on. because I know the people will riot if this show does not come out on time. I know that all 4 of you will be very upset, and, you'll be in my DMs. But listen, it is what it is, all right? I'm still threatening to take my podcast off Spotify if people don't stop going after Joey Rogues, Make your move, Spotify. Oh. So, yeah, the Olympics are happening. That's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun stuff going on. Here's something that happened that just makes me fucking chuckle. There's a guy in Brooklyn who drove his car. He smashed his car into an ATM at like 5:30. I think to steal money. I think that was the goal. And so it worked. He busted open the ATM. Money came out. And he stole money, but he dropped his phone. He dropped his cell phone. Drove away. Probably was in the car like, fuck. I don't even know how you drop your phone in that moment. Are you holding it? Did it fall out of your pants? How does that happen? How'd you drop your phone? Anyway, he drops his phone, drives away, then comes back to the gas station a couple hours later, and then walks in and is like, hey, did anybody find a phone? Like, is that, you're just raising your hand and be like, hey, I know I smashed up your shit earlier, but did you guys find my cell phone by chance? Like, at that point, just fucking leave it, right? I don't know. Like, you probably have a lock on the phone, so I guess they can find it. If you have like an emergency contact, they can find out who it belongs to. I don't know what technology they have that can go in through the back door or whatever. But the funniest part is that he goes in to the gas station and then gets caught on camera. So now they have a facial description. It's like, dude, if there was ever a time to wear a mask, it's when you're going back to this scene of the crime where you drove your car into an ATM. Like, you know what I mean? Is that not the fucking, like, what? I truly wonder what he thought was gonna happen. Like, he's like, all right, maybe if I wait a couple hours, there'll be like a shift change and the new guy won't know what happened. He's like, hey, did anybody find a phone? It happened at like 5:30 in the morning. They probably hadn't had a person there for hours. It can only be one guy. I guess you're just fucking desperate. You're screwed. You're like, they have my fucking phone. Maybe the guy at the gas station, he'll just be an idiot and be like, oh yeah, somebody turned the phone in right here. Oh wait, you're that guy. It's like, obviously they call the cops. Obviously the cops have the phone. Fucking moron. Dude, I mean, crime's going up in New York, but I feel like the crimes are just, people are getting dumber. You know what I mean? Or just maybe they're just getting more desperate. I don't know. I always wondered how robbing an ATM would work. Like, how do you... Because that's definitely been an increase. I mean, they tried to do it... I'm pretty sure they tried to do it at like at a drugstore near me, or maybe it was near like a comedy club. I remember seeing like the window being smashed, and like apparently that's a thing, right? Let me see. NYC ATM robbery. Yeah, there's been like a bunch. Smash and grab in Sheepshead Bay, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, a lot in Brooklyn. People just rolling up and stealing an ATM. I would got to imagine they have some sort of tracking device on that. You know what I mean? $6,000, that's it? Why do I feel like there'd be a lot more? How much can you take out of an ATM? There's limits, right? You can't take like over... I think it's something bullshit. It's like $500 or something like that. That seems like a lot. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot, right? If you want to take out $500, what if you're fucking balling? ATM only has six grand. Damn. Huh. All right. I guess people are getting smarter nowadays when it comes to not having their shit stolen. Steal six grand. Wow, $6,000. I don't know if that is worth it. You know, I at that point just go for the bank. I feel like you could probably. You ever like walk into a bank? I would never rob a bank, but sometimes I walk into one and I'd be like, dude, I feel like I could rob this place. You know what I mean? Like a real smash and grab. Maybe I've just seen Point Break too many times, but I think that I could roll in and or like you ever watch a bank robber movie and you know, you see how they do it and you're like, "Oh, that's fucking genius." Like I think that could actually work. Like in the movie like an Inside Man with Denzel and Clive Owen when he goes in and they take everybody, like it's a couple guys, they go in painters' uniforms or whatever, and then they shut the doors, they take everybody hostage, and then they make everybody wear the same clothes and masks. You know what I mean? Like, is that, they take out the cameras first with some light. That's the only part that's a little far fetched. But then they take everybody hostage, they rob the place, and then everybody gets, taken in and questioned, and everybody like they just walk free. Like how I watched that movie, I'm like, dude, that might work. That takes a little bit more planning than what I would be probably capable of. I'd probably just go in and I'd probably do more of like a Point Break. You have a couple people, you don't go for the vault, you don't get greedy, you just go for the drawers or whatever, and then you roll out. In and out, 60 seconds. Smooth, fast. Smooth is fat. What's the saying? I don't fucking know. Hold on, I gotta fucking sniffle again. God, it's fucking. Oh, sickness is just horrible, dude. There's people that get sick. I know people who get sick like every other week. They're fucking sick. I don't know if it's just because they eat like shit. I mean, I don't eat great, but I don't know what it is. Some people's immune systems are just dog shit. I mean, I was talking a hella game when I wasn't catching COVID, and now I'm, I'm getting taken out by the bitch ass cold. Bitch ass cold because I drank some Pappy. Was it worth it? I don't know. Dude, I'm not good at fucking tasting the difference between super expensive shit and like makers or something like that, Like I wish I had. I don't know if these people actually have the palate that they're talking about where they can tell the difference and this has a nice oaky finish and a char. You can taste the leather and the dark cherry and all this shit. I'm like, dude, where are you getting that? I just get fucking burn and I'll get smoke occasionally. I'm like, yeah, that's a spicy meatball. That's all I fucking taste. I'm like, oh yeah, this is spicier. This tastes more alcoholic-y than the other one, but like I don't taste the subtle notes. I don't know. The only thing I will say is that the Pappy Van Winkle, it did like I got like a rush of heat like up my face, which you don't get from like a Maker's. Like it went up my fucking nose. That's probably how that was the sickness getting into my face. That's what that feeling was. I took a sip and it was like, you're gonna be sick. Just went up right my fucking nostrils. But I guess it's cool to say that, I drank an expensive glass of whiskey or whatever. But yeah, I don't taste the fucking the differences. It's even worse with wine. Dude, wine, you could hand me $2 chuck, and I'm like, yeah, that's a 68 Chateau Blanc. I don't fucking know. And I don't think other people do. That's, it's like that documentary bad grapes or sour grapes or whatever it is, where the dude fucking scammed all those wine people into thinking that they were buying like super expensive shit, and it was just like, you know, $15 bullshit or whatever. I mean, that says it all right there. Nobody knows what the fuck they're talking about. You can't tell the difference. I've probably talked about this before, but I used to talk about wine to people who came into the restaurant that I worked at. And dude, I would sling horse shit all day. All day. If I couldn't get the bartender to kind of like tell me his spiel, if somebody's like asking about a wine, I would usually just ask the bartender what I should say to them because I have no fucking idea. But yeah, I would just make shit up. I'm like, yeah, it's got a good full mouthfeel. You get some like dark fruit in there. It's very jammy. That's when I overheard my boss say one time, it's very jammy, and I was like, oh, that's good. That's you get jammy, dark fruit. It's got a good. It's very balanced. The tannins, oak, boysenberry. The schnozberries taste like schnozberries, Do you taste that? Do you taste the schnozberry in the back of your throat as you sip the wine? It's all fucking horseshit, man. In every field, I feel like there's a level of bullshit where anything that has to deal with the five senses, somebody claims that, oh, their sense is better than your sense. I've developed my sense. I think that only happens if you lose another one, right? Like fucking Daredevil. You go blind and then you have like superhuman hearing. I think that's an exaggeration, but that is a thing. Like if you're blind, then your hearing is, am I going to sneeze again? God damn it. No, I think just a sniffle. Oh God, I'm falling apart here. Falling apart. Yeah, like I have friends who are like quote unquote audiophiles, which nerdiest term ever, an audiophile. These are like people who get super into like different speakers and like awesome headphones, like you're like, oh, I just got these new Bose headphones, and like, dude, Bose sucks. Bose are shit. You got to get the new fucking, it's like shit that's not even a commercially type of, brand name or something like that. Like to these people, if you say you got like a pair of Beats, they like want to throw up or something because the sound quality just isn't. I don't know, man. Bose sound pretty fucking good to me. These are Bose right now. Hey, Bose, sponsor the podcast. These are Bose right now. They sound great. The quality is fucking great, But some of these fucking just losers. I'm looking for a pair of speakers right now, like to play music. For when I get a record for my record player. And I got a record player, by the way. Pretty cool, but I can't really play it yet because I need to get speakers. So I'm looking for a pair of speakers, and just like, you're reading these reviews of speakers online, and these people just fucking nerd out about the different sound quality and the depth and the this and the that. And like at the end of the day, it's actually a weird thing to review online because they're like, don't you hear the difference? It's like, no, I'm still playing this. I'm playing the audio you're playing through my shitty phone. So how am I supposed to know the difference, I can't tell the difference in speaker. I could tell like, oh, that's more bass, that's more treble, but that's all just settings, right? That's all just shit that, you're adjusting on there. Like it's the capability, not necessarily the sound it produces. I don't know. The point is, I'm not an audiophile. I'm not a wino. I'm not a fucking whiskey guy. I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude talking into a mic who's fucking sick, And if I'm shaking, if it looks like I'm shaking right now, it's because I really got to go to the bathroom. I've been peeing all morning because your boy's been just sucking liquids all morning, I've been down in this tall Starbucks here. Yeah. And my bladder is small. I cannot hold my fucking liquids, and I still willingly, I'm brave. I drink large things of water, and I head out into the world, and there's nowhere to pee in New York, but I managed to do it. I'd be terrible, like, prisoner of war or something, if I was in prison and there wasn't like I'd be asking for bathroom breaks all goddamn all day long, If I was one of these Uyghurs in Chinese internment camps right now, I'd be like, I really, I don't want to be a burden here, but I really got to go to the bathroom. It's going to be an issue. I'd probably get killed off because they just wouldn't want to keep dealing with me because I'd just be fucking pissing everywhere, I'm like I'd be like a good, I'd be polite about it. I'd be polite. May I please use the restroom? Even though I don't speak the language, I feel like they could get across if I just start pointing at my crotch, being like, hey, I gotta go. I gotta go real bad. Some dogs are good about that. Like, we don't speak dogs' languages, but you can tell, like, oh, they have to go to the bathroom. They start whimpering, and then they start shaking, kind of like I am right now. And then they go to the door, and they're like, huh. They don't bark. They're just like, huh. They let you know. You could tell the difference. It's not like, hey, there's something out there that I want to go chase. It's, hey, man, I need to piss right now. Other animals don't do that. Like cats don't give you a warning. Cats don't give a shit. They'll just be like, dude, if there's no sand, I'm just pissing on your bed. Oh, this is a carpet? This is good enough. This is close enough. I'm taking a leak. All right, I'm gonna have to cut this podcast a couple minutes short because I'm losing control of my bowels here. I'm gonna pee all over this desk. So that's the podcast this week. No Yardbar Comedy Show this week. It's gonna be next week. Lineup will drop soon. Please come out. Last one was a lot of fun. We're gonna try to sell the next one out. And hopefully next week I won't feel like shit. Hope you have a good week. That's the podcast. Goodbye.